Today we're talking UNC versus Alabama in the Sweet 16 matchup in LA, the West region, 1 versus 4. This is going to be one of the better games of the Sweet 16. It's two fun teams, two star guards, two fun styles going up against each other. Let's talk about how UNC got here first. So, of course, 1 seed, came in ACC regular season champion, lost to NC State in the ACC championship, but this is a completely different UNC team from last year, much better, and they're giving me vibes with the 2022 team that made it to the Final Four. In that first game versus Wagner, they took care of business 90 to 62. RJ Davis, 22 points, Baycott, 20, both over 50% from the field. Those are their two star players. Obviously, Elliot Cadeau in the backcourt as well has not had a good tournament run so far, cannot shoot the ball from three. A great facilitator, but we saw against Michigan State teams are starting to lag off of him, and he's getting a lot of open looks, and he's not knocking them down. But the two X factors for UNC in the starting lineup, at least, is Harrison Ingram and Cormac Ryan. Cormac in that first game against Wagner, 13 points. Ingram only 9. Didn't really matter. They were able to easily take care of business. But against Michigan State, we saw that X factor be big, and that was Harrison Ingram. 17 points, 7 rebounds in that one, 6 of 11 from the field, 5 for 7 from 3. If he's knocking down his threes, this is going to be a tough team to stop. Of course, they still rely on RJ Davis, 20 points, almost 50% from the field, 3 threes, and then Baycott had 18 and 7. But the X factor in this game against Michigan State was Seth Trimble. His on-ball defense against Tyson Walker was huge. Walker had 14 early points, only had 16 by the end of the really by garbage time. He ended with 24 points, but he really slowed him down in the middle of the game. Obviously, their defense was able to stop Hogard, who was only 1 for 10 from 3 or from the field. And overall, this UNC team looked really, really good after their early struggles against Michigan State. They're going to be a scary team. They're going against an Alabama team that just played a mucky, ugly game against Grand Canyon, 72 to 61. That was one of the ugliest games of the tournament so far. I mean, Grand Canyon only 2 for 20 from 3, 32% from the field. Alabama didn't do much better. They shot 36% from the field, but they were able to knock down 8 threes. And at the end of the day, they had the best player on the court in Mark Sears. 26 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. He's one of the best players in the country. He was an All-American. This team goes as far as he goes. In that first game against Charleston, they showed the true Alabama style. 109-96. Mark Sears in that one, 30 points. He's been amazing this tournament. Him versus RJ Davis is going to be the big matchup. The spread in this one is -3.5 toward UNC. It's starting to move toward -4.5. I think UNC gets this one done. Alabama's actually favored if you're looking at the ESPN matchup predictor, but those are tough to look at. But Alabama, their style, it's a little. I think UNC can play the style if it gets into an Alabama type game. But if UNC wants to play their style, they are one of the better defensive teams in the country. I think they're going to lean into that style. I trust that style to come out and play more. I think RJ Davis is the best player on the court. I don't think Alabama has a guy to stop Baycott, and then Ingram is looking very good recently. And then I think Seth Trimble is the X factor. I think we saw what he did against Tyson Walker. I think he can do something similar, not completely stop Mark Sears, but I think he can slow him down just enough to get UNC the win. I'll take UNC on the spread. I think UNC wins this game, obviously, outright, and moves on to the Elite Eight to face either Arizona or Clemson. What do you think? Let me know. Give me UNC in this one.